Today, we're building my all-white MATX PC. And pop. Real quick before we get to the build, let's talk about the parts that I'm going to be using. I try to stick to all white as much as possible, so let's see how this is going to turn out. First thing is first is our CPU, the 9800X3D. I'm extremely excited for the CPU. I've heard nothing but great things for this. Next, let's talk about the motherboard. This is their only white MATX model. This is a beautiful board, so I can't wait to start building with it. We're going to use one of these secure frames. I heard that it does help your temperatures, not necessarily for the AM5 platform as much as like the Intel platforms. So we'll see, because the 9800X3D is a pretty hot CPU. We have our power supply, and as you'll see in this video, I'm going to be using a lot of Lee & Lee products, and this is the Lee & Lee Edge. And the reason why I picked this is because it does have that fan controller, so this is going to be a great option for our fans that you guys will see in a bit. And then next, we need the FPS, you guys. We're going to be adding some of these drimer cables, however you pronounce it. I've seen this so many times on social media, and I've always wanted to try these. If any moment is the moment to try these, it is today. This is the brand new NZXT Kraken Plus, and this is a 240 model because our case, as you'll see in a moment, can only fit a 240 rad up on the top. We'll find out once we put it all together. And then next, this is the brand new NZXT MATX case. This is the H3 Flow. So if you guys know my current build, it's the H9 Elite, which is a huge fish tank case. I am pretty happy about this case, and we will see how it goes. And then next, we have our RAM, and this is going to be the Corsair Vengeance, of course. And then behind here, we have the brand new Samsung 9100 Pro. This is 2 terabytes of NVMe storage, so this is going to be lightning quick. Do I need PCI 5 speeds? No. But am I going to be glad that I have it? Yes. This time we are going with Lee & Lee fans. So these are the brand new Lee & Lee Infinity wireless fans. I know every social media page has these fans, but man, dude, they're so popular for a reason, because I think these are just gonna look just drop dead gorgeous in this. This is our GPU of choice, and we are going with the big dog, the 5070 Ti. Arguably, this is this generation's best value GPU as far as the NVIDIA line goes. You guys can go on and on about the value of the 9070 XT. I 100% see it, but I am just a huge fan of NVIDIA GPUs. And of course, this is the all-white Gigabyte Aero version, 16 gigs of RAM, so that's gonna be pretty exciting. Let's get to building. Enough talking, let's get to building. All right. So first step I always like to do is to build out the motherboard. Once you start installing stuff onto your case, it's going to be really hard to take it out if you make a mistake. So we have our motherboard here, our BA50 MATX board, and we have the board we're going to build on top of the box here. The big reveal. Drop dead gorgeous, guys. Like, yeah, I have literally no words. Always step one is installing our CPU. So we just kind of hover over here, plop that in, bam, it just goes straight in. So there's no need to be nervous. Do the little wiggle test, and it is fully seated and is good to go. We're gonna be using a secure frame. So it just kind of looks like a big old piece of metal. So all we basically got to do is just remove these screws that are already on here. Once you go to a certain point, they're not going to come out. So you just kind of let off and go to the next. And as you can see, our CPU is still there. And plop it on. Again, just be kind of gentle. These parts should fit with very tight tolerances, so you got to be careful. So let's get these screws in here. And you guys know the rules. You got to go crisscross. You don't need to be cranking these screws down. It really messes stuff up. And bam, that's it. That's all you need. So next step, let's go with another easy one. Let's go with the RAM sticks. So we got some beautiful DDR5 here. Corsair Vengeance, my favorite. The all white just looks really clean, doesn't it? Which ones are the preferred slots? So it's gonna be the 2 and the 4. Usually on all your boards, they're gonna be the 2 and the 4. Yeah, take a look at these sticks. They are gorgeous. The slot is like right in the middle right there. So we're gonna do the same thing for this one. And all you gotta do is just slot it in a little bit. You hear that click, you know you're good to go. These things are seated. The back is good. So that is the RAM installed. We gotta do the storage. Before you would have to unscrew this and that, but no. This one, it just has like a little hinge. Open this whole thing. I'm not gonna be using the bottom one, I'm just gonna be using the top. So this is gonna be the one that goes. So here's our 9100 Pro Samsung. Okay, so with these, you just wanna go at an angle and it kind of just slots in. So you see it there? And it will go flat like this. All we gotta do is just slot that back in, open the hinge, and we are good. That is an installed NVMe drive. But this is our motherboard. We're also going to be swapping out these brackets here for our AIO. So let's go on to the next step and let's attempt to mount this into our case. We're going to start working on our case. Pretty open space to work with. So all we basically got to do is just take our motherboard and plop it in, because we already have our standoff screws. They should just kind of slot, and they really do. I know this is like the first steps. It already looks so nice in here. Yeah, sometimes motherboards might actually have different number of screws, so you might not even use all of them. We are good, you guys. So that is one seated motherboard. Yep, that is not going anywhere, but I'm gonna make sure 100%. So that's great. So next we're going to be installing our panel connectors. All right, so now I got the panel connectors in, and next thing we're going to work on is fans. So not much commentary here, and I'm going to include some B-roll. Enjoy. PSU time. The GPU won't fit. Time for some color. Looks like this connects to the GPU. Good, dude. Yes. Please. That's so good, bro. Without you. Without you. Without you. Come and see one. First try. Lights is good, lights is good. Picking up a signal. Come on. We got a boot. We got a boot. We got a boot. Yo, it's been about 2 weeks since I built this PC, and I'm here to give an after report after gaming with this thing for a little while. And if you can see in the background, right now is Battlefield 6 beta, so this is the time that I am recording this video. So there were 2 things that I was really worried about when entering this build. For one, it was going to be the temperatures because of the size of the case, and secondly was the graphical performance, because I was coming from a 3080 Ti, and I was a little bit worried because the 5070 Ti according to some testing, was only around 15 to 20% better than the 3080 Ti. I was really hoping for a bigger performance boost. So as far as graphical performance goes, I gotta say, you guys, this gets very tricky. Because yes, I do see roughly a 15 to around 18% performance boost, and that's mainly notable around the 4K gaming range. So for me, I am a huge fan of 4K gaming, so this was very important to me. And I am happy to report that this new build is definitely better than my last build in terms of 4K performance. There is something to seeing a performance sheet on a piece of paper compared to seeing it in real life. And trust me when I say this, when I'm using DLSS 4, the games are looking incredible. Now the second thing I was worried about was the temperatures of the MATX build. Previously I was using the H9 Elite case and that thing had no problems with cooling. Thankfully, this case by NZXT is the H3 flow, so every part of the case was built for airflow. The bottom of the case has a ton of perforations. Even though I don't have any fans around there, there's a ton of flow that's going through there. And the temperatures for the CPU is hovering around 60 to 70 degrees. And my GPU is not straining at all, as probably max is around 70. And I know that mid-tier is kind of an open-ended type of interpretation, but for me, mid-tier is a solid 4K performer, and everything else like 1440p and 1080p is just gonna crush. But yeah, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. I put a lot of work into buying and purchasing a lot of these components myself, just so I can show this thing off to you guys, and also kind of support the MATX community, because there's not too many MATX cases out there. So I hope to drop some kind of contribution to the MATX building scene. I've recently been helping a couple of my friends build their own PC, and trust me guys, when you're first building something like this, especially a PC, it's very difficult. So leave me some comments down below, message me on Instagram. I'm more than willing to help. If you guys like today's video and me building my PC, check out my desk setup 2025. I basically converted an old bedroom and turned it into my dream studio gaming setup. But thank you guys for watching. This is David serving you a little side of tech, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you guys.